It's Black Sabbath's birthday. We also have tons of new albums to cover, and also apparently Slipknot is the best band in the world. This is Last Words here in the pit. Hit the intro! Welcome back to Last Words. It's a roundtable discussion of all the goings-on of the metal universe. I'm your host, Jordan Olds, and I'm here with...
You go first.
You go first.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Zeena. I like long walks on the beach. I host a podcast called LadyIsh, and I'm a former Sirius XM metal DJ.
I'm Katy Irizarry. I work at Season of Mist. I write for Loudwire, work for Eddie Trunk, etc., etc.
Dope. All right, before we get into the headlines of the week, what have you been listening to?
Oh, so I've been thinking since last week, and I wanted to find a really dope crossover track, right? Something with energy, but wasn't just straight up like guitars, riffs, metal, right?
Right.
So there's this rapper / metal artist, in my opinion, called Josiah.
His name is in your opinion?
Josiah, yes, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I'm making his name, okay?
Cool.
He's from Ohio. He put out a record last year, and there's this song Destructo Disc, which is really super heavy. It's like got almost electronic, like synthy, like big opens, like Skrillex vibes, but like straight screaming. It's incredible. I think it's a track that a lot of people who might be super into metal would love as well, because it has like that nice like hip hop vibe, but also has like the heaviness too.
Great. Excited to listen to dubstep. Katy.
Myrkur or Myrkur. I am the worst person at pronouncing things, so I'm not sure how to say it.
Myrkur.
Myrkur, there you go.
Myrkur.
It's pronounced Marker.
Marker, yeah,
Is
that's
it
out
really?
there.
No.
No, don't trust him. In any case, she put out a new single called Leaves of, I don't know, can't pronounce it. But the song is really good, really folky, and it honestly led me to the conclusion. I kind of mentioned Lana Del Rey last week. I feel like she's the Lana Del Rey of black metal.
You know what? Astute. I just found out about a Chicago hardcore band called Life's Question. They're really, really old school, like 90s. There's choruses on the guitar, even though there's two of them. The snare sounds like it's great. I love
How's the production on it?
Awful, but also that's what you want.
I feel
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way, yeah.
It's exactly what you want. Like every song you just makes you want to get in a fight on a train. It's great. Here's the thing. When you're describing hardcore music, everything that normally sucks is the best.
Totally.
Yeah.
Production? Who needs it?
It's great. Check them out. They only have 2 EPs. Love
Great
it.
taste. Great
Good
taste.
to know.
Yeah. All right, let's get into headlines. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath is 50 years old. It's finally old enough to get divorced twice. What are our feelings on this album?
Oh, classic, man.
When did you first hear it?
Not super young, because I honestly got into Black Sabbath probably more like late teens, you know? You know what the hell is the show, the reality show? Not Bringing Back the Osbournes.
Meet the Osbournes. I was going to talk about that. That's why I got into Black Sabbath. That's why I even knew who Ozzy was. Like, that came out right on the cusp of when I was getting into like metal. So of course, naturally, like you watch a show, you hear Crazy Train in the beginning, and that just led me. And I feel like I did it backwards. Like I started with Ozzy.
Too.
And
Ozfest,
Like I started with Ozzy, and then I found Sabbath. Yeah.
No, same.
Yeah.
Actually, same. And then when I started listening to Sabbath, I was like, holy crap! Like, this is everything I love about rock and roll. Like the bluesy vocal. I mean, that's why I love Danzig, right? Because it's like it's like a beautiful, digestible vocal, like a Elvis-esque vocal, with just like really heavy, amazing guitars. And then like, you like this because you're a proggy person, right? Long instrumentation, like all of these songs that are just like super fluid, right? Like it's really interesting. Like if you think about the amount of tracks that are on that album too, like now we'd consider it an EP, right? But at the time, it was an album.
a full album.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is absolutely like one of the most influential albums of all time. It started a genre. But I think, you know, like most things that are the first thing, like when you look at it objectively. Wait, what's happening to me? Oh no, the comments. Oh no, I feel the comments. Oh, they don't want me to say anything bad about Black Sabbath at all. Oh God, no. Oh God. All the songs are the perfect length. They're all appropriate. They don't get boring at all.
Ooh! Damn!
It's not a little weird when Ozzy sings the exact riff that Tony is playing. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Pull out your knives
If it
right
makes
now.
you feel any better, I am like a vehement Dio over Ozzy type of person.
Whoa.
I actually truly have this belief. It's very controversial, so like I will take the heat off you right now. Black Sabbath could be Black Sabbath with anyone singing. Like that first album would have been perfect with anyone else singing, but if you take out any one of the other 4 members, it would just be crap. So like I feel like Ozzy just kind of was like, oh yeah, all right, this guy could kind of sing, we'll throw him in. But
well, think about how they met.
It's the music.
Too. Yeah, like and think
It's
about how
not
they
the-
met.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually love Ozzy's voice, so like
Yeah.
I'm actually
I mean,
the
it's
complete opposite.
it's classic. I'm not saying. I just think like
I hear you though.
Yeah.
Like honestly, the music is very signature. Again, like there's a certain blues cadence. There's like a feel to the music, which if Ozzy, when you 80s Ozzy, right? Ozzy
Yeah.
solo Ozzy, not quite there, right? Like it's not the same kind of vibe, obviously, as Sabbath. So like I agree and I understand like totally where you're coming from, but like I feel you.
Well, I like both
It's not
of them.
for everybody, right?
Well, I love like Volume 4 and Master of Reality,
Yeah,
and I
Volume 4 is
respect the like the first 2 albums, but I think you're watching like a band grow. It's just not my favorite thing that they ever did, and I love Dio era.
I even like the Ian Gillan era. Like I like the Tony Martin era. Like
Okay, you're
So
alone in
weird.
the side.
I probably am. Yeah,
You're by yourself.
I am
right
a
now.
Sabbath truist. Yes.
I think like the complicated part about Black Sabbath is that the more you learn about them, it's like a situation where you're like, wow, no one wanted to be in this band. No one wanted to be. They didn't want to be like what they are known for. Like Tony Iommi, like forever was just like, I want to be Cream. I want to be Eric Clapton, and because I lopped my finger off and I'm wearing upside down crosses, it's never gonna happen. But no, they're great. It's an iconic album. Let's talk about Ozzy's health. It's a shame he's sick. It's
Yeah.
really caught up. We're not gonna get the rest of this tour.
I mean, again, like, rock and metal is aging, right? Like, we're
Yeah.
at a point where, like, these are our grandfathers. You get old, that's the reality. Like, things don't happen the way that you expect them to. I mean, it sucks for sure, but, like,
Yeah.
You do what you can.
Yeah.
Ozzy, we love you.
Yes.
Thank you for trying to do this long. Korn, Faith No More. It's a tour now.
I predicted this. I
You
just want
did.
everyone to know, episode 1, I predicted this. In my experience seeing things like this, usually if the one-off is successful, there might be a tour situation or a couple more shows that pop up.
Katie's a witch. She's wearing the hat.
Obviously. It's all the Black Sabbath.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all the Black
Yeah.
Sabbath, obviously.
And the Velvet.
And the Velvet. Yeah.
It's 1997 again. I'm
Yeah.
down for this. Like, this is the appropriate audience to spend their money in one place at the same time. And it's all the kids in the 90s who are now in their 30s and 40s like me.
Bringing Darren McLean's Lonely Heart Club, not
Oh,
System
right.
of a
Yeah,
Down
yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm. Which I think is a cool move,
Yeah.
expose the kids to something they may not have listened, or adults, whatever we are.
Spotlights. Chris is there.
Spotlights.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Shout out to
Spotlights.
Spotlights.
Yeah, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Good for them. They're really,
That band is sick.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Spotlights.
yeah, they're awesome. I actually saw them, I want to say, with Deftones a couple of years ago, and they ripped, man.
Yeah.
That was a great tour for them. I'm really stoked for this. It's going to be a cool time. And even Faith No More and Korn, both bands, actually very different if you think about it,
Yeah.
but also very similar.
But
Both
does
put on
better for
phenomenal
Korn.
shows. It is.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
great.
better for Korn because Korn has the tendency to have bad taste, in my opinion. So this is actually a tasteful tour for them, and for me, because I am a Faith No More stan,
Yeah.
is actually a great timely tour for them.
It's a very good mesh of taste, but all of those tastes involve big shorts and 5-string basses.
And
just a part
wallet
of it.
chains,
And drop
bro,
D
like,
tuning,
come on.
yes,
wallet
100%.
chains,
And goatees that you will only see in Disneyland otherwise.
and dreadlocks.
AKA men we'd have sex with.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in 2004. Thank you very much.
Yes, I couldn't resist the man with the Jenko jeans.
You're going to get a lot of people who have been fired from Tower Records in the comments. All right, the Parkway Drive Tour. They're an Australian hardcore band. They're headlining over Hatebreed on this tour. Shocking. What do we think?
Not interested.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is probably, I've seen Hatebreed a bunch, and I feel like I'm not gonna pay money to see them as a support band when I could see them as a headliner.
This is my favorite type of tour because every band leading up to, I love a Knocked Loose. I love everybody that they're bringing with them, but I am very excited that there's a headliner that I get to leave before. I'm old now, I want to go to bed. I love-
Shared your sentiments.
Yeah.
A company called NME, which I think stands for Nice Mustard,
publication.
Eric, named Slipknot, the best band in the world. Do you agree with that? I guess if best band equals like biggest amount of band, probably.
Right.
I think that's solid, to be honest. Like, if you're talking industry-wise, like, think of who's saying it, right? It's an industry publication. It's like a publication that like is a rock publication. If you're talking about that, yeah, of course they're gonna say Slipknot's the best band in the world. By the way, I gotta say again, like saw the Knotfest Roadshow or whatever this summer. They are pretty damn good. Like, it's incredible that they've had, and like the show was solid. If you're talking about a band that people know, yeah, I think that they're probably one of the top bands in the world right now.
I love Slipknot. I have a lot of fun. The show is always so nuts. You're going to the circus at the same time. You know, it's Sleep No More, but also
Slipknot no more.
Yeah.
Slipknot more.
No More.
Slipknot more.
What do you think?
I think the greatest band to have ever existed is Motorhead. So, and I just feel that. But at the same time, it's like, well, in all fairness, they don't exist anymore. You know,
Right.
So I kind of get wanting to go with someone a little more modern, someone who's active, a band that's still alive, sadly. But in my heart of hearts, Motorhead will always be the best band in the world.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you can argue with it all day, but they still sound exactly the same years later. Like, they're one of the most consistent bands. Like,
if not better,
Best is
actually.
if not better.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
And they've got a big legacy, huge legacy.
I think the subjectiveness of, like, breaking down what equals, like, best, I mean, that's literally what we do all day. And if this company is like, this is the best band in the world, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, there's 9 of them and they're also eating fire. What am I going to say?
Superlatives are such bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it. I love Typo Negative, right? They will be on my top 5 of all time, right?
Same.
Some people could care less about Typo Negative. Doesn't discount their value as a band. It's just my opinion. So,
Right.
like, you know, but in terms of rock and metal, my God, like, who else is bringing in the money and, like, doing what they're doing other than, like, Avenged Sevenfold,
Evangeline Lilly.
Metallica, all the big bands, Korn, like, there's a very short list of bands that are still continuing to make money or have consistently made money throughout those years, too.
I don't think that, like, making money makes you the best band or whatever. You can be the most successful. I will give them that they're probably the most successful band right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
But
fair.
I think there's, like, a difference between, like, best and success and then also, like, your favorite.
Who's
Like,
yours?
What?
Yeah, who would be yours?
Who
If
would
you
be
had
yours,
to
yeah.
give this award, who would you give the award to?
For me, that's not fair because I would give it to my house band, Mutoid Man, because I do think they're the best band in the world. And
But
why I
that's
work with
okay.
them.
But
that's
that's
fine,
what we
man.
want, an honest opinion.
It's your opinion.
And
Right.
again, like I said, I want it to be Motorhead, and I could see why it won't necessarily be. It's just, there's always
Right.
going to be reasons why it maybe shouldn't be. Just like Zeena's saying, it's just going to always come down to you as an individual.
I would
Right.
choose the Deftones over all of them because I think that they've had the most like
They're excellent,
diverse
too.
and like respectable career too.
Yeah.
Because they were like they can range outside of the metal arena, right? Like
Right. I mean, if we're going, like, all time, I would also...
Van
Go with Van
Halen's
Halen.
of
also
course.
amazing.
Didn't
But
we see Van Halen? I feel like
We did.
saw,
We
yeah.
absolutely saw
And we were
Van
like,
Halen.
They was struggling. He was struggling.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a million years
But I
old.
love
What do you
them.
do?
But
Same.
love Van Halen. Yeah,
But yeah, we had a great time at that show.
So I guess Enemy gifted Slipknot with this Best Band in the World award. And speaking of gifts and holidays I'm not allowed to celebrate as a Jewish Satan boy, we're going to play a game called Slipknot Mask or Christmas Ornament. So our producer is going to show us some photos that are really zoomed in and cropped, and we're going to try to figure out whether it's the design of a Christmas ornament or the design of a Slipknot mask.
I'm gonna do terrible at this. I can't wait. I'm gonna say Christmas ornament because it looks red and silky, and maybe like there's some fur, like a Santa hat.
What part of that is it? We
Yeah.
can't know, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I say Christmas ornament too. It looks
Yeah.
like Christmas panties, right? Like
Yeah, right? Or like a messed up Santa hat.
And that's a little too white.
Yeah. You're
So,
right. Yeah, there's not enough
I'm
nooks
going
and
Christmas
crannies.
ornament on this one.
Oh no!
That's Joey Jordan. That's the old drummer. I didn't know it was all time. Oh boy.
I'm gonna say that's the Slipknot mask because those look like nostrils, right?
This looks like a picture from a colonoscopy, so I don't.
What do you think's in there? Little Duke for you?
a little Duke, entryway to Duke University.
She was right.
It's Mickey
I was right, isn't
Thompson.
Oh my God, what is this?
That looks like a strand of hair.
This is
succinct lines. Maybe it's got to be an ornament.
I'm going ornament, I guess.
Oh, you guys are right. Damn.
It's like a beach ball, yeah.
Yeah, that's from
Looks like Beetlejuice.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is the thumbnail of like a video you accidentally downloaded on LimeWire, and it's a guy getting his head cut off or something.
Oh no.
Damn, that's dark.
I think it's a
This is
skateboard.
dark, and it's 2005 reference. But yeah, I'm gonna go Mask, I guess.
I'm gonna say Mask. Yeah, you know what? Mask.
I'll go with mask because I have
We're
it.
going
see how it
Mask.
Oh!
It's Corey. Corey, you look like a downloadable murder.
This is the worst mask he's had. I love you, Corey, but no. Christmas
boy.
ornament because it looks like it's got some type of glare, like it's
a
glassy.
plane landing.
Yeah.
It looks like the constellations.
Johnny
Space
5 at night.
butthole.
I'm going Mask.
Yeah, mask. I'm gonna say mask. It looks like it could be. Oh!
Right.
What the hell is that? An elk?
A moose.
Reindeer.
A moose?
Oh.
A moose?
We
elk?
apparently failed our
It's
animals.
Bullwinkle.
I don't know.
It's a moose with lipstick. You dirty
It's a
dog.
latex Christmas ornament.
A
Yeah.
bondage cruise. I love
You
it.
S&M people
That
need
didn't
Christmas
disappoint.
too, baby.
And
Yeah.
it's better for them.
Subs deserve Christmas too. We talked about Hatebreed earlier, but there's a new Hatebreed song. When the blade drops, sounds like Hatebreed.
Absolutely. I see. But that's the thing about Hatebreed. They're so reliable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
so reliable. And honestly, like I love Jamie Jasta.
Yeah.
And I love Hatebreed since I was 15 years old. I don't know. Everything I like that they consistently put out new music, even though half the songs sound very similar.
Honestly, the most like diverse that you're gonna get with Hatebreed is just like what the album cover looks like, and I was so here for this like Beast Wars DVD cover.
Yeah.
This from 1998 CGI of
Yeah.
a guillotine. I was like, I made this on my phone. I love it. I love hardcore.
One of my favorite things about Hatebreed is it's like the music makes you want to like punch someone, but then the lyrics want to make you give someone a hug.
Yeah.
Like they're like you said, reliable. Like
The Old
Thank you.
Faithful. The Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like double bass, a groovin' like hardcore riff, and Jamie's gonna be like, if you need a hug, it's okay to ask for one! And it's gonna kick ass. All right, we're gonna talk about the band who currently I think should win the NME Award for Best Band in the World. We're gonna talk about Kvelertak. And listen, all right, I know last week I made a joke about saying that the K is silent. It's not silent. It is a soft K. You don't pronounce it like Kvelertak. It's Kvelertak. But it's more about the V, all right? And if you don't like that explanation, you can go kvelertak yourself. What do we think of Split, the new album? It came out.
It's good.
I like it because
Good.
with them, I think when you think of Norway, people just automatically go to like black metal, and I really like Kvelertak because I feel like they're showing that Norway also has a real rock and roll soul. It's just again everything just goes back to Motorhead. I One Trick Pony here. I hear that little bit like that speedy kind of Motorhead influence, but you also still hear like those little icy hallmarks of Norwegian music.
Yeah.
I really dig it. It's feel good music. It's just the kind of stuff you want to listen to like when you're on a drive that's not too crazy that you're going to hit the gas, but also just like gives you some good energy, you know?
Oh, I'm driving off the road up the mountain.
It's kind of like how I felt about Baroness actually back in the day.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of the same vibe, to be honest. My gripe is about the English, right? Whoa, Baroness.
Wait,
does that mean
no,
about
but
you not
those
like
two
it?
at the
Yeah.
same time? Weird.
No,
They have
it's
the
just
same art.
It's got the same kind of vibe, right? Like,
I kind of could see that. Like
Yeah.
it's like a rock.
but with words I understand. Almost.
What do you think of the two songs that were in English?
No, it's good. No, it's good. I purposefully listened to the English. Usually no, because I'm grooving to the music. But I thought it was a good album. I don't think it's
Yeah.
a classic, but I think it's a good album.
I think this is absolutely a classic. I think it's the best one they've done.
Wow.
I know everyone loves the self-titled. I love all of their albums, but I think with this one, there's something that's really special about the way that they've used the other skills that the new singer is bringing to the table. Like, he has more of a punk voice, so they can do more punk songs on it. He knows how to write in English, so they're able to like bring in their friends. Like, we can have guest vocals on this album because we have someone who can write in English for our friends who don't know how to speak Norwegian. So that's why you have Nate Newton from Converge on a song. You have Troy Saunders on a song. And I think you're seeing the growth of this band. I do see that, yeah, there's the there's the soundscapiness of a Baroness, just the genre blending of everything. And that it works is insane. I don't think I've seen genre combos work this well ever. Like this many, like a yacht rock, black metal, a skate punk. What's going on? It's amazing.
We now know how to turn you on, Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, on the subjects of band names we can't pronounce, Ihsahn put out a new album. Ihsahn from Emperor.
Yeah, he put out a new EP.
Yeah.
I really dig it. I've always been a fan of stuff both in and out of Emperor. Again, kind of just speaking on what you were saying, it blends a lot of stuff where there's a lot of progression. There's a little bit of like black metal, a little avant-garde, a little rock. It's very different. And there's only 3 original songs and 2 covers. And to me, the most interesting part of it are his choices for covers. Covers an Iron Maiden song, which when you know what Ihsahn does on a solo level, that makes sense. However, he covered a Paul Di'Anno Iron Maiden song, which I think was a little more of a bold choice because I think I'm not shitting on it. I like
it. It's pretty obscure.
It's obscure. It just doesn't really. Again, it would make, to me, logically, it would make more sense for him to cover something off, say, like Number of the Beast. But for him to do Wrathchild is actually really cool. That he took like a song that's a little more punk rock and made it his own. He uses like horns and all kinds of different instruments. And then the other one, even more interesting, is he covers a Lenny Kravitz song, Rock and Roll is Dead, which I think is awesome. And again, makes it his own. I love it. I just think it's such a cool album. You totally need to check it out. It's only 5 songs too, so like, how long of your life are you really going to spend on this album if you like it or don't? Check it out. It's a great EP, rather.
Paul Iron Maiden is also cool.
I love Paul Iron Maiden. I'm not disrespecting it. You know, those first 2 albums are excellent. Again, I just thought it was an interesting choice for the type of music Ihsahn plays. It just was a little more of a
It shows his
curveball.
diversity, you know?
Yeah,
Like.
yeah.
Ihsahn can have a little Paul Iron Maiden as a treat. All right, enough Ihsahn. That's the end of the episode. Let's do plugs.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram and or Twitter at Merciful Kate. You should know how to spell it because it's like Merciful Fate, you know, but with a K, so figure that out.
At Zeena Koda, everywhere. 2 E's. Bye.
You can follow me at Mr. Jordan Olds on Twitter, at Dr. Mayer on Instagram. Please follow 2 Minutes to Late Night at 2M2LN on Twitter, at 2 Minutes to Late Night on Instagram. And please follow The Pit on all of our social media at We Are The Pit. Like and subscribe. Comment below if there's something we forgot to talk about in this episode that you really want us to. Also, tell us how to pronounce Myrkur or whatever her name is.
Myrkur.
Myrkur.
Meerkat.
Please tell us how to pronounce Mewtwo from Pokemon. Goodbye!